Dear students, welcome to another lecture in quality control. We were discussing about Six Sigma. Yesterday, when we left, we were discussing about the certifications of Six Sigma. Now, continuing from the place where we have left yesterday, let us see about Six Sigma black belt concept. See, highly trained Six Sigma professionals are certified as Master Black Belt and Black Belt in the descending order. That means the above will be Master Black Belt and below him will be the Black Belt in the descending order of their proficiency with respect to training and application of Six Sigma techniques to solve quality related problems. You see, now let us see what these Master Black Belts, a brief discussion about these people. Master Black Belt should have completed Black Belt certification and monitored at least 15 projects till completion. See, he should not only have the Black Belt certificate, apart from that he should have completed 15 projects in which he has applied Six Sigma. Okay, therefore Master Black Belts are called highly experienced Black Belts because they have guided at least 15 projects. They are technical leaders of Six Sigma campaign. They train green belts in applying Six Sigma methodology and statistical methods to solve quality related problems. And they assist, mentor and coach black belts so that black belts can lead problem solving projects. They also provide coaching to project teams. They must be able to communicate with black belts and green belts while teaching them. Now, the responsibilities of Master Black Belt: to act as a technical expert beyond black belt level on one or more aspects of process improvement. For example, advanced statistical analysis, project management, communication, program administration, teaching, project coaching, etc. See, for these things he will work as a technical expert for the improvement of the process, which normally the black belts won't be doing. Okay, now to design for Six Sigma more advanced statistical analysis, unique tools for specific industries and processes, he will be working for it. To design those tools he'll be working. Then to use Six Sigma methodology to achieve tangible business results. You see, it is not enough just to say we have applied Six Sigma. You have to show clearly the results of after applying Six Sigma. You see, before applying Six Sigma, this was our productivity. Now this is our productivity after application of the Six Sigma. About the other aspects of the quality and even some of the things, sales and other things also he can show. To identify high leverage opportunities for applying the Six Sigma approach across the organization. You see, this is another responsibility of the Master Black Belt. He has to identify the opportunities, high leverage opportunities where a Six Sigma can be applied throughout the organization. Then another responsibility is to engage in basic black belt training, green belt training, and to work either as a mentor or as a coach for the black belts. And another responsibility is to work with the leadership, which while implementing successful improvement programs, etc. Now, next let us see about the black belts. First, what we have seen was Master Black Belt, MBB, now BB, that is black belts. Black belts should have completed the black belt certification and monitored at least 4 projects till completion. Here these people, Master Black Belt should have completed 15 projects, whereas black belts should have completed 4 projects till completion. A black belt is full-time Six Sigma practitioner who has undergone rigorous training, that is strict, accurate and precise training in the statistical methods used to collect and analyze data in a Six Sigma project. Good black belt candidates are technically oriented individuals. You see, all these statistical methods and other things, no, those things they should be able to apply, and they are technically oriented individuals. And as a full-time practitioner, black belts must have good knowledge and interpersonal skills. Okay, now the responsibilities of black belt: to lead projects across an organization, to work effectively in small group settings as a participant as well as a leader, to communicate effectively verbally and in writing. That he should be good at speaking also, he should be good at writing also. Okay, to communicate, see, communication is very important, in the industries. If you go for MNCs and other things, to improve your English language is very essential. You should pay special attention towards it. Okay, to communicate effectively in both public and private forums, and to identify good candidates for Six Sigma projects. You see, they'll have to choose some of their subordinates. Oh, this person will be able to grasp the Six Sigma properly and he'll be a good candidate for Six Sigma. You have to identify them and you have to train them. Okay, then to act as mentors and coaches to green belts. Now we are talking about black belts. Black belts will be acting as mentors and coaches for green belts, and to understand and carry out instructions from leaders and sponsors. So these are the responsibilities of black belts. Now, importance or advantages of Six Sigma program. Now, it is a customer driven. Six Sigma is customer driven. That Six Sigma's technique is able to determine how and what improvements can be made even before the start of the manufacturing process, so that no defects or shortcomings will be seen in the product's manufacture. Therefore, Six Sigma method is called proactive methodology or technique rather than a reactive technique. Okay, you see, even before manufacturing, it is not that after we have manufactured, oh, we saw that some of the products are coming out defective, so we have to take some corrective measures. But Six Sigma technique determines even before anything is manufactured itself. As a proactive person, you should be able to determine how improvements can be made, how defects can be avoided, how shortcomings can be avoided. Every customer will receive non-defective product. Therefore, the customers will be satisfied. So Six Sigma is aiming at customer satisfaction. So Six Sigma is a customer driven thing. Second is continuous improvement environment. So Six Sigma is valuable because it creates an environment for improving the productivity and efficiency in the company. See, the company's environment itself will completely change when you are applying Six Sigma, because everybody will be striving for productivity. If Six Sigma technique is applied, it will improve the productivity and capability to perform the difficult tasks. Hereafter you won't say, oh, this process, these specifications are very stringent, we cannot achieve them, it is very difficult. They won't say. They will be willing to accept any challenge. Okay. It gives everyone an opportunity to make improvements to traditional and existing processes. Everyone means, even the workers or their supervisors, they will have an opportunity to make the improvements in the age-old processes, which are called traditional processes, or the existing and newly being used processes or non-traditional processes. Okay, employees who are trained in Six Sigma processes are able to identify problem areas which can be resolved before actual manufacturing. Continuous improvement. This is important, continuously improving. Continuous improvement helps in improving the existing products and processes and develops new products and processes which ultimately provide savings in terms of financial saving. Why? Because of the improved efficiency and the effectiveness. And employees are able to visualize how processes are currently being completed and identify improvement in ideas continuously. So there is a continuous improvement, and such kind of things. Everybody is encouraged. Everyone has the opportunity to make improvements. Everyone has the opportunity to make addition to the quality. Okay. Then third thing is customer satisfaction. We have seen here in the first thing itself, it is customer driven. It is aiming at customer satisfaction. The increasing market competition in today's business world have compelled the producers to offer better quality products or services to the customers at very low and competitive prices to satisfy the customers. So your Six Sigma program is aiming at customer satisfaction also, which is one of the important things. Then dominance over other quality control programs. This Six Sigma is dominant over all other existing quality improvement techniques because of its rigidness, and it has no compromise in quality activities. So Six Sigma is customer driven approach which aims at reducing the number of defectives up to zero. Then improved efficiency and effectiveness in carrying out the process is another advantage of Six Sigma. So these are the advantages or importance of Six Sigma. Okay, now Six Sigma methodology. Now what methodologies we adopt for implementing Six Sigma? The fundamental objective of Six Sigma methodology is focused upon process variation and controlling that process variation and the improvement of that process. See, the deviations from the design specifications should be as minimum as possible. So Six Sigma is a scientific approach for eliminating defects. In general, there are two Six Sigma methodologies that are used. They are DMAIC for existing products, processes or services, and DMADV for development of new products, processes or services which are not existing. If it is an already existing, DMAIC we use, and if you are developing a new product, then DMADV we use. Now let us see first DMAIC. DMAIC, you see here a DMAIC cycle is given. So this cycle is D for define, M for measure, A for analyze, I for improve, and C for control. DMAIC means define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. So this methodology used when the product is already in existence in the company. That means it is an existing product. That means an old product which we have been manufacturing for many days, but it is neither performing adequately nor meeting the needs of the customer to achieve customer satisfaction. If any problem is there with that product, if there is any improvement needed for it, we can use this methodology of Six Sigma, DMAIC. Okay, now let us see what is DMAIC. Now first, D stands for define. So in this, steps involved are you have to identify the critical processes in entirety, then identify the customer needs, and define the product which will fulfill all needs or demands of the customer. This is the first step. You have to define. You have to define the product, and you have to define which are those things that will satisfy the customer. Now second is measure. M for measure. Here the steps involved are establish a base of measurement. See, this basis of measurement is the reference value. Now measure means, the name itself says you have to measure. You see, you have to what you have to do is you have to take the measurement and see how much it is deviating from the reference value. Evaluate the extent of every problem and compare it with the reference value, and collect the data. So it is necessary to identify and arrange all the possible problems in a sequence in a decreasing order of severity. Then quality indicators can be used to measure number of defects and how many you have missed, number of missed commitments, and what is the cost of waste or cost of rework. These things you have to as a quality indicators you have to find out. Okay, and this is how you are measuring. After first define, second measure, and third is you are analyzing. And in the analyze, once you have collected the data in the measure step, in the second step measure, now that data, collected data, should be analyzed to find out what are the problems related to quality, so that our process can be improved. Okay, you see, when you are analyzing, you have to divide that into the smaller processes, or you can say number of sub processes. You divide it, and you do a detailed analysis. Then the cause and effect method, brainstorming, statistical methods, such kind of conventional quality problem solving techniques, they can be applied for carrying out this analysis. And you will find out what is the cause of the defects, why this defect is happening. Okay, and which is the exact sub process in which this defect is initiating. You will be able to pinpoint. Then they are rectified either by redesigning the product or the process. Okay, either you have to redesign the product or you have to re-engineer the process. Okay, then you have to set new goals, and the setting of new goals begins with the benchmarking the key product performance. That means you have to set up standards or something as a reference about which the Six Sigma levels can be compared and evaluated. Okay, then create route maps for increasing the existing performance level up to a newly set target levels. See, all this is happening in the third step, which is analyze. Okay, the next one is improvement. I is for improvement. See, the objective of this step of improvement is eliminating any defect that is existing. It is achieved through a well-defined and implemented quality control program measure Now here the steps involved are elaborate the problem statement and its root causes. You see, if any for eliminating the defect, you have to you have to elaborate or put it everything in detail. What is the problem and what are the root causes for it. For each root cause, identify the possible solutions or countermeasures. What you have to do. Okay, then rank the effectiveness of each solution. Suppose you have found out more than one solution, then you have to find out which is more effective, which is less effective. You see, suppose 3-4 solutions are there, then you have to rank them, which is the first rank, second rank, third rank, like that. And you can you can rank them as low, medium, high. Okay, then identify the specific action, how to do it. First, what to do you have defined, you have found out, and then how to do it for implementing that solution. Then rank each specific action in accordance with the feasibility, whether it is feasible, whether you can implement it or not. Feasibility means whether that specific action can be implemented without increasing the cost or expenses within the less time. See, these are the constraints. When you are deciding the feasibility, see, the time should not be extended and it should not incur additional expenses. So if anything is increasing the cost and expenses, then it is not feasible. If it is extending the time, then it is not feasible. We can conclude like that. So you have to rank each action in accordance with feasibility. Then decide and choose the best specific action to implement, and then check the results for implementation to find and evaluate whether the root causes for the particular problem have been reduced and brought to zero or not. Prevent the problem and its root cause by taking care of materials, machines, manufacturing process, and environment, etc. You see, all these in the improvement stage it is done. Then finally, the C, control. See, in control, see, logically you should see the meanings. Improvement means you are improving the process so that the defects are brought to zero. See, now control, what are you doing? You have to you are controlling the process capability and the measuring system and everything. See, that is what you are controlling. See, hold or retain the gains. Suppose you have made some gains, that should be held. It should not be allowed to slip away, and you have to retain these gains which have been obtained from the improved stage. Any negligence towards control may lead to original state from where we have started. You see, suppose if you are careless, again you may go back to the previous state itself, and what all in the improvement stage improvements you have made, all those things will be lost. Okay, that should not happen. Then develop a control system you have to develop for monitoring and controlling the improved process to prevent any deviation from the set goal or target. Control system can be established through validation of measurement system and the process capability determination and implementation of process control. So this is about DMAIC. See, those things in a flow chart is mentioned here. See, define, measure, analysis, improvement, and control. See, in the define, what we are doing in just one sentence, if you want to say, define the products and identify customer demands. You are defining the products which are going to satisfy the customer demands. Then second, measure means you are measure main aspects of the current production process and collect relevant data. At this stage we have not done any improvement. See, actually this DMAIC is for existing product. In the existing product, you have said what is the product that you are going to do. You are going to apply for DMAIC here in the first stage. Second stage, you have taken all the measurements and collected the data. And the third stage, you are analyzing. You are analyzing the data to find out what are the causes of the problem, which is you are using the cause and effect diagram and other things to find out the root cause. What is the cause because of which the problems are cropping up? That you are doing in the analysis section, part. And then the improvement. Now in the improvement stage, you have to improve and optimize the process by data analysis to remove the causes of defects. Now in the cause and effect stage, in the analysis stage, you have found out the root causes. Those should be eliminated in the improvement stage. And in the control stage, you have to develop a system for controlling and monitoring the process to restrict any deviations from the target, and you have to take care that you won't relapse to the old ways, old means. Okay, now let us see the second methodology, DMADV. Now DMADV, this is for a newly developed product or a new product, whereas DMAIC was for an existing product. So DMADV is also a methodology used for Six Sigma. Okay, this methodology should be used when a product or process is not in existence before. It is a new product and a new process it is being developed for this. Okay, then there's DMADV technique. It is possible for Six Sigma program to create a brand new business process from ground level using DFSS, that is Design for Six Sigma. Therefore, DMADV is also known as DFSS, Design for Six Sigma, but mostly it is called as DMADV. Okay, now what is DMADV in this cycle? You can see define, that was there in the previous thing also. Measure, this also was there. Analyze, this also was there. But here, instead of improve, we are having design. And the final one is verify. Okay, so DMADV means design, measure, analyze. Sorry, define, measure, analyze, design, and verify. Okay, now let us see briefly about this DMADV. D is for define. That means company will identify the demands and needs of the customers through market survey, market research, or historical information, or the customer feedback and other information sources. This will define the goal of the project. Now you have defined what is the goal of the project which will satisfy the customers. Your goal may be we have to manufacture such a product. Now that can be a goal. Okay, that is what you have defined in the first stage. Now second is you have to measure. Now this is the step to use to use a specified procedure to collect data, information, and record about the processes needed to successfully manufacture the product or service. Now you have to see what process is necessary for manufacturing this new product, and what are the various parameters that are going to come, process parameters, and you have to measure those parameters. And the third is analyze. So the result of manufacturing process or finished product is tested. You see, as the pilot things, sample products are made and they are tested to create baseline for improvement. So the data obtained after testing is used to identify the possible areas within the process for the purpose of further improvement. See, the data that you have got in the second stage, in the measure stage, that what you do is you subject it to a thorough analysis. Yeah, in the analyze stage. Okay, so that the process can be improved and no defects will be creeping into the product. Okay, then the fourth stage is design. See, the results of tests are compared with the customer demands. Now any additional adjustments are made if needed. This involves design modifications and verification. You see, this is a new product development. This may take a little more time compared to DMAIC. Okay, DMADV may take more time than DMAIC because you may have to because you are developing a new product. Okay, this involves design modifications and verification. The improved manufacturing process is tested and feedback is collected from a test group of customers before the final product is widely released. So actually sometimes people develop some products and they will release to a certain group of people or to one particular city. They will allow it, they will release and see, and they will get the feedback from the customers. They won't release for the entire population. Okay, like that they give for a test group of customers, and if it passes, if it is tested okay, then only it will be the final product will be widely released. Okay, then final in stage in DMADV is verify. This verification is an ongoing process. As soon as the product is developed, is released, customers will review it. Sometimes this test customers may not have reported, but when you release the larger scale, at that time people may be reporting, giving feedbacks and telling what is not right with the product, in what ways it can be improved, all those things they may be giving the feedback. Okay, so the customer reviews are consistently monitored to make changes immediately into the manufacturing process is changed, or the process is improved, and the system is further developed for keeping the track records of customer feedbacks on the improved products or services. So this is an ongoing process. Verify means you keep on getting the feedbacks from the customers. Customers sometimes their expectations keep on changing, so you'll be keep on verifying. It's an ongoing process. Your product, you have to verify whether it is satisfying the customers or not. So this is for the new development, new product development, the methodology used by Six Sigma. Then now let us see the differences between DMAIC and DMADV. DMAIC is used when a product is existing in the company, whereas DMADV is used when the product is not existing, a new product is being developed. Okay, the second one is, here the problem is existing in the process in the existing process is analyzed, and you see the process is only analyzed, or even the raw materials and other things can be analyzed. Now to find out what is the root problem, what is the root cause for the problems that are coming up, this will help us to eliminate the errors. Okay, whereas in DMADV, say different processes are identified which will be able to manufacture the new product. These processes are to be tested or checked for their capability and their stability, whether they will be able to satisfy the customers or not. Then the third in DMAIC we see it helps in eliminating the errors, whereas DMADV, the third step is it helps in fulfilling the needs of the customers. Okay, see, eliminating the errors means ultimately this also goes to will satisfy the customer's needs only. Okay. Anyway, the fourth one is, in general, DMAIC concentrates on making improvements to a business process to reduce or eliminate the defects, whereas DMADV develops an appropriate business model designed to meet the customer needs, and develops a new product that the customers want. Okay students, with this today we will stop here, and we will see in the next lecture. Thank you.